Guys, we are finally back again for another reaction video on this here. What the joke is? I don't know. I feel like, guys, do you see something there? I don't know. It seems like my bone maybe break. That's not my bone. My knuckles are there. I don't know. Anyways, we're making it happen, brothers and sisters. We're making it happen. It go heal. Alright then. It will heal in the Most High's name. Anyways, brothers and sisters, we are back again for another Vibrations on this Mystelics reaction, guys. Welcome to each and every one of you guys who tuned into another Vibrations right there. But before I get into the Vibrations for today, guys, I must make mention of actually something that was stated yesterday. And this is it right there. This individual is telling me, I listened to your part on Shelly's song. That was actually yesterday. I think the first video that I posted of an individual speaking about the airport, not the airport, but the visa vibrations and whatnot. Anyways, this individual is telling me, I listened to your part on Shelly's song. He wasn't wishing anybody death. I thought that person was. So when the person said hard, first of all, I didn't know who exactly was on the stage. But individuals who told me it was Shelly on the stage. Anyways, according to what was being stated in the song, I thought it was a mistake. Instead of hard, the person said hard, but I thought the person meant have, because it wasn't making any sense in English, but I guess it was the Dominica lingo right there. Anyways, the person stated, I listened to your part on Shelly's song. He wasn't wishing anybody a passing or wishing why they had to cut off. Dominicans like to say the person that spoiled us die. So he was just doing a freestyle on it, not about any joyous occasion on what really going on. That's what the individual told me right there. So on the basis of this, I don't think I've ever heard anybody speaking, saying if the person that spoiled me die. I guess maybe I on a rock or something. But based on what this individual is saying, and some persons actually stated in the comments, stating that he meant hard, not have, but hard. See how English can change with just slight wording right there. I just thought it was a Dominican lingo of the person making a mistake, and I, made the reaction in that regard. But of course, that's good that he's not wishing anybody death, which of course I think, when I stated in the reaction, I don't think that that's what he was actually doing. I think he was basically speaking metaphorically. And I guess that is also metaphorical right there. But on the basis of how I reacted to it not on the basis of him trying to wish anybody death, but on the basis of, a metaphorical action on that regard. But of course, it was stated that that's not what he was stating. And on the basis of that, guys, I guess that's what he meant right there. What he said in the video was actually what he said right there. So I just had to point this out right there. Anyways, guys, moving along from that very same situation right there, we saw this. Well, we didn't see it. I saw this, brothers and sisters. And this is very important for individuals to hear right there. Take a listen.
We the people tell the government what to do.
We the people tell the government what to do.
It doesn't tell us.
It doesn't tell us. We put the government in positions to do things for us. Not them saying what they want to do for us. No, it's not so it works.
We the people are the driver.
We are the people are the driver. We driving forward and say, hey, chauffeur, that is where we going. You don't telling us where to go. The government is our chauffeur.
The government is the car, and we decide where it should go.
Yes.
And by what route and how fast. Almost all the world's constitutions are documents in which governments tell the people what their privileges are.
No. It's the people that remind the government what their privileges are. The government is our servants. They ought to obey us. Even though we're giving them a little extra money, they are the ones who are ought to obey us. We give them extra money so they wouldn't bubble us. But apparently, there's some of them so greedy. Some of them so, I is for myself, brothers and sisters. Some of them wicked, man. And on the basis of their own wickedness, they then trying to put their own spin on things and trying to make us the servants and then the masters. I remember one time at some funeral, it was a police thing, and I think one of the ministers just come in front of me. I push the minister on the side. I say, you don't see I filming? I push the person. I push the boy on the side. The boy just come in front of me. I say, I just push the boy. The boy looked back at me and he's like, my brother, you can't just come. Anyways, you get the point, brothers and sisters. Don't just come in front of people as if nobody there. I push the partner from, I tell the partner I feel. So the government is our servants. People like to bow towards the very servants. And then they make the servants believe they are the masters. When SKERRIT want to come and say, hey, I don't want no voter's ID. I want national identification card. And the people say, no, we want voter IDs. SKERRIT have to bow to what we're saying, brothers and sisters. So on the basis of that, let us continue right here.
Our Constitution is a document in which we, the people,
have the power.
Tell the government what it is allowed to do.
True. The government cannot tell us. And it's very interesting that we have the police out there, and the police seem to be protecting the government. They're not supposed to be protecting the government. They're supposed to be protecting the people. And they are guided by law, especially in the nature and the Caribbean. We don't know what is going on. Laws are being broken and police not doing nothing. They are guided by law. But apparently it doesn't seem like it's the law they're guided by. But then again, the police are servants to the people. And if the people don't hold the police accountable, and the police doesn't hold the government accountable, then the government will take advantage of the police and the people. That is exactly what is happening today. All right.
We the people are free.
We the people are free. Some of us afraid to talk because we fear victimization from the very government. He's supposed to be our servant. How on earth does a servant hold so much power that they can then make the masters lose their own freedom? That is... Anyways, only get the point. Let's move on. All right.
Who knows? Who don't know?
Who knows that they are actually the ones who are in charge of the country, not the government? But it seems like a lot of people are ignorant to that fact, and they let things happen to them. The people let things happen to them. And you know why that is? Because the government have realized if the people are unified, then they will become a strong force. So they try their best to separate them. A clear example of that is what I think took place in La Plaine, where a brother was given a house, and his brother was meant to stay in the bush as if he's a caveman. And the brother that they gave the house, they told that brother not to make his brother who is in the bush come in his house that they give him. It's on the basis of staying in his house, brothers and sisters. But even the government came on and said that the houses, all houses built by the government, is that of the government's property or the state's property right there. Interesting. Who knows? Who don't know. And when you telling the who knows, tell the people that don't know, they themselves saying, you know what you're saying they might be true, you know, but they will act in the actions of ignorance instead, even though they know. Boy, on fire tonight. Well, today, whatever it is outside. Brethren, let me tell you something about it now. That is a hell of a thing right there. When the people who know the information act as if they don't know. So they choose to know within themselves. Just like I heard a number of women saying, you know, when I tell them certain things, they say they know. I know ye. I say, so why you don't do the things that you know? They always know. So my people, they always know, you know, but they don't do the actions of somebody that knows. They do the actions of somebody that don't know what they claim that they know. Anyways, brothers and sisters, only get the point. Let me continue.
Who have, who don't have.
Who have, who don't have. That's self-explanatory.
Come on, dear people, open up your eyes. We helping our leaders craft our own device.
Oh, you mad. Let me bring that back.
Come on, dear people, open up your eyes. We helping our leaders craft our own device.
We helping our own leaders cause our demise. Remember this the passport thing, brothers and sisters? Let me passport. What is visa? Remember the visa situation? The visa doesn't affect the very people who caused the Dominican people to lose the ability to have visa-free access to England, because they themselves can go England visa-free. So it is their decision that caused us to lose our visa-free travel to the United Kingdom via the CBI program, the abuse of the CBI program, And then they come in and tell you, hey lads, brothers and sisters, this is something that they had planned to do. Even they themselves come in and talk about the ETA. And the ETA is for those who do not require a visa. But they're making it seem and it's coming to you as if it is something that the UK is doing for them to be able to stop the individuals and make everybody get visa.
And it's only when things happen we just realize.
Yes, we're waiting for things to happen. Just like you seen a road without any guardrails on it. You're waiting for somebody to fly over the guardrail before you say, guys, we need a guardrail there. Sometimes in the nature of the Caribbean, Dominica, people fly over the guardrail and pass away. And they still not putting guardrails there. Yes, I.
That we were only living
In a fool's paradise. Yes, man. In a fool's paradise. Only foolish people act that way. That's why a number of persons have been saying Dominicans is not Dominicans, it's Dominicans. I resent that, but for some reason, for the understanding of knowing but doing what you choose, for the understanding of knowing what to do, but then choosing to do the things that you know is based of what you think you don't know, even though you know, then that means there's something wrong with the mental capacity of people to do things that they know. They rather do things with the pretense. Now it's very tricky how I'm phrasing this because they know, but they're doing things as if they are ignorant, even though they know. For what reason? Maybe for a few dollars. Yes, man. Living in a fool's paradise, brothers and sisters. Moving along.
Travel through the Caribbean. They don't ask if you come from Dominica. They ask if you come from SKERRIT country.
You see? Comes back to the very thing that I was saying there with Reagan, brothers and sisters. They don't asking you. This is Reginald Austri. The Reginald Austri came out from Rosie Douglas. He came out from under Rosie Douglas, who is making somersault in his grave. He's making long run, brothers and sisters. Posse, he come out. Long run in his grave, brothers and sisters. Doing all kind of tumble and flip and for you swaying gymnastics. Yes, man. Rosie's gymnastics now. Yes, in his grave. Yes, man. Mr. come out from under. Seeing the struggle. And he sold out to a man that doesn't like Dominica. And then telling the people.
When you travel through the Caribbean, they don't ask if you come from Dominica. They ask if you come from SKERRIT country.
He said that is a good thing. It's not SKERRIT's country. This is probably the reason why even the very ministers who are supposed to hold the government, the leaders at the top accountable. This is why Walters is speaking now. It's late, but it's better late than never. But on the basis of him speaking out against the very thing, he's now saying, hey, let us bow to SKERRIT because it's SKERRIT's country. And that's how SKERRIT acts. He acts as if it's his country. When a man can come on the radio and say, no radio, not bomb that, in person, in face, and tell the people he can send his family members overseas for medical attention, and then tell the very people who voted for him to ensure that the medical attention is adequate enough for Dominicans. He's telling them, what about you? And the people, and the people clapping.
God will ask you if you come from Dr. SKERRIT country.
The man not even a real doctor now. Moving along.
Right now, I'm very mepwish.
Yes.
I'm mepwish. Right now, I'm very mepwish.
Mepwi, man.
I'm mepwish to the
Mepwish.
I bet you so. So to go back so chuso.
He waiting for you.
Wait.
Mepwish, man.
Right now, I'm very mepwish. I'm mepwish to the
Mepwish.
I bet you chuso. So to go back so chuso.
Boy, moving along, brothers and
To me, I
sisters.
sick in my head. I rather take a bottle of
No, you will not do that, Brian.
myself.
No, you're not doing
Oh,
that.
is this not that? It don't make sense we have a government.
That says a lot.
To me, I sick in my head. I rather take a bottle of
For YouTube, let me skip that part.
Not do that, Brian.
Let's skip that part too.
No, you're not doing
Oh,
that.
is this not that? It don't make sense we have a government.
We
On the parrot.
Anyway,
No,
bro.
because people that need help, they don't get in help.
People that need help, they're not getting help. But people that need help, not getting help, brothers and sisters. Unless, well, even then, because I just remember the lady who was going over election. She before election, Ella, you saw the lady do have house. During election, you saw the lady living in a mansion. After election, you saw the lady living like a what do you call these people? That just live on, not paro, no, like a sojourner, man. She living like a sojourner.
And people that have house selling plywood, selling all kind of things.
Did I
They
get
getting help.
You
I
have
might
proof for
get
that, brand?
20 houses and sell how much
20
materials?
houses, but brand, remember.
Why see it?
Not brand people hearing you on Facebook.
Nobody-
But you say you seen it. What's your name again? Nareen. Anyways, moving along.
It's young and so under my Brooksmith, my brother. Any boy that approach me now and they ask me to buy my passport, dog, even know my name on that, I selling that, you know. And even though they
Okay.
got no crime, when the police and them come, I do just like Shaggy and just tell them it
It wasn't me. No, brothers and sisters, I know they change up the whole passport thing. But during my travels in life, I have never experienced once where my passport gave me trouble. So I went to the thing and I booked my stuff, and then people have me on another flight. They have me on another flight that I never booked for, even though my ticket, remember, you get your itinerary ticket, my itinerary ticket telling me that I have the correct flight. The passport I go on, when they scan it, it's showing that I have a flight. My flight was supposed to be at 12 o'clock. It's showing that my flight is at 9 p.m. My flight is at 9 p.m. on the passport. Then people so confused. Then people just checking, you know what, just go through. Because they already see my track record already. They already realize that I have a bit of a interesting connections via the passport. So they just say, okay, go ahead. Thank God, man. Alright. Boy, you don't know. Hey, I remember when they put me in the box in Puerto Rico. Some time back. Then people was going to deport me. Yes. They was going to deport me. Then they go in the system. And they say, sir, enjoy your flight. There's a guy waiting downstairs with your bag for you. Initially, before they have checked on the computer, you know, they say, sir, we will be going for your bags for you. Come in the box, please. Go inside there, the glass box. Then people checking things. They hold my passport. They go inside and boom, bam, boom, bang. Sir, enjoy your flight. Hey, yes, man. So what about meeting and visa to England? What still?
You said, but if you want the boy, I power the boy for you.
Well, some people looking to sell it. Right now, CBI going to go down. Remember, SKERRIT say, if not CBI, what else? Well, I guess we'll find out what else. Maybe that's why he knew, or that's why he stated that he's going to be stepping down in 2024, 2025. Because he knows that his meal ticket will be gone, so might as well go with it too. Not true. What do I know?
Boy, you know, I wanted to ask you. Yeah.
SKERRIT at the barber. Yes, man. Sometimes so we feel. Sometimes we wish SKERRIT could come at the barber so we can give him some carrot for the foolishness that he's doing to us. What the fuck? But that SKERRIT is not doing that to us. It is the citizens that are allowing him to do the kind of magic that he's doing to the people. So I understand the sentiment, but I think the people deserve carrot too. A lot of carrot they need.
Why you never build the
But it's still scary that in channel CBI. So he's the one that deserves only carrot. He should be getting
airport for them people, my brother. So boy, my brother. How much use all you in power boy vex, boy? Every time you come down, I vex.
But I know that is what you feel like they SKERRIT.
Boy, every time you come down, coach, make me vex, my brother.
Give him carrot.
You know,
Just give him callot, man. Anyways,
We shall not be moved. We shall not be.
that is the people that are ignorant. There are truly ignorant people out there, you know. Truly ignorant people out there. But the worst thing is when the ignorant is taking advantage of or have more precedence over those who know, and then Peter have to pay for Paul. The knowledgeable has to pay for the ignorant of the ignoramuses out there.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be. We shall not be. That the trees that the water. Labour Party shall not be moved.
You have to respect people. You cannot treat people like that.
Brothers and sisters, that sentiment is echoed very well. I think this was during some sort of nursing protest. But that very sentiment can be echoed throughout Dominica's history on the basis of when SKERRIT took over. They say give the young man a chance. And look at where the young man has brought Dominica. To be in the poorest country in the western, well, in the northwestern hemisphere, I would have to say. Northwestern, yes. To be in the poorest country, the northwestern hemisphere. And you don't think, brothers and sisters, that there should be some sort of, you know, agriculture and things going in procession of successfulness or being in a progressive mind frame. Not in basis for anti-man vibes, you know. Not so. My man to say anti-man vibes is progressive. Firebomb dynasty, man. Business. But anyways, we're talking about the actual evidence of the economy, brothers and sisters, moving forward. Well, things back then, we had factories back then. We do not have factories today. And you think that is progressive when SKERRIT can come and say, guys, we are one of the best in this and that, this and that. When SKERRIT come and talk about we have the best infrastructure.
What you do at all, learn to respect people. You cannot treat people like that. And I'm not pleased about what you do at all there.
I'm mad at the vet.
And I don't care.
This lady knows that, hey, if I don't say nothing, then nothing will happen. But it is the people. I'm just here to make some YouTube videos and show you guys what's going on. And if you don't want to do things for your own benefit, it doesn't affect me. So I'm just here to play with you guys. Dominica can do so much better. Oh my goodness gracious. Anyways, guys, I have a next video to do today. Hopefully I'll be dropping 2 reactions on BrBpTV. Hopefully I get to do that Walter episode 3. Hopefully I get to do that, brothers and sisters. But with all that said already, give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get more videos as they tend to come through. Tune in to BrBpTV for the next reaction video, brothers and sisters, of today. I'm gonna be reacting to what Gonzalez has to say. Ralph Gonzalez, that is his name. He's the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister right there. So tune into that right there, and I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom bang.